So I don't know who y'all were around, but it was real clear, like, we all came for one purpose. Like, we came to watch this game, but, like,
I came to watch the Chiefs lose, nigga.
We all came for the thing that we've been talking about for months.
Facts.
And that's Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. We've speculated, is he gonna perform that? Is he gonna say this? What's the set list gonna look like? Is this like, what else is he gonna do to top everything that he's done? From winning the beef, to doing the pop out, to getting the announcement, to dropping GNX, to this, to the Grammys, sweeping, to this very moment right here.
Yeah.
What do y'all, just hit me with your thoughts on it, man. Just
a lot of thoughts. You know, I think initially.
Wait, can I acknowledge one thing?
How you gonna ask me my thoughts?
My fault. I gotta just lay this down. Very mixed reviews from what I was seeing.
For sure.
Very mixed reviews.
For sure.
I don't think it was a consensus like
Super Bowl halftime always
bad
gets mixed
or
reviews.
Nah,
last couple years it has been.
Every
last
single
couple
year
years,
gets
niggas,
mixed reviews, bro.
some niggas like the weekend shit. A lot of niggas didn't like the weekend shit.
A
lot of niggas like Usher shit. A lot of niggas are like,
didn't like
I didn't really
Usher
fuck
shit.
with it.
What was not to like about Usher shit?
Exactly. See,
Nigga
you
was
wouldn't know.
skating,
It's just
bro.
mixed
This is the
reviews,
first.
bro. That's
He
just what
doesn't
it
know
is.
this because like this is the first
Rihanna,
time where
people
he
had
doesn't have
complaints.
investment
No,
in
but
an artist
Rihanna
like
didn't
that.
move, bro. She was pregnant. She was
Nigga,
limited.
she was pregnant and
say, like-
fucking hovering above the shit, and niggas was still saying she
Yeah.
wasn't doing that good. What
Yeah.
more do you want?
It's just like,
It was her. No,
it's surprised she showed
I
up
feel
and
like
did it.
she had the opposite problems of what Kendrick did, but I'll speak on that later. But say your piece, bro.
But nah, I mean, I know initially, like I said in the chat too, like when I first had watched it through, I was like, yo, I didn't really feel like that wow moment. That made me go like, oh, like this is Super Bowl level type of performance. You know what I mean? I was just like, it was cool, but a lot of newer records that didn't necessarily resonate with me, that I haven't really had the chance to sit down with. Versus,
You, an avid hip hop fan who's dug into this album type shit, and you're saying that's what I want to make clear. Like, because imagine to the average consumer who don't listen to.
He
I
didn't
still don't really fuck with
he didn't
GNX
want
like
it to
that.
be the album.
No bullshit.
He said that before though. He didn't want.
No,
it to be
I'm
the
saying,
album.
but if you feel that way as an educated, informed,
Right.
you got to take into account like what the average American who might not even dig
Know
into
about
his
this shit.
discography like that
And
thinks.
I'll
So
get into
that's-
that. I'll get
that's
into
one
that.
thing.
So then, boom, right? That was my initial thoughts. I was like, yo, at the end of the day, though, visually, it was really cool. You know what I mean? A lot of cool visuals that I think in the moment, I'm not really getting the chance to sit down and really like break down and analyze because I'm watching it in real time, right? So later into the week, you know, watching it over again, I'm kind of sitting there in my thoughts like, oh, you know what? I'm taking back some of my initial reaction towards it. You know what I mean? I think Kendrick is a true artist. Like he's an artist, right? Where he does things in a way that you can see is very intentional. And he's always been kind of this person that like leaves things up for interpretation, right? He doesn't really express or explain himself. But I think with this, it's been very much in line with what GNX has been in this whole run. I feel like he's consistently been going against the grain and doing, you know, or more so showing like, I'm not gonna play the game. I'm not gonna do what you expect me to do. Y'all expecting me to come on this stage and give y'all my biggest hits, my biggest records. Now I'm gonna give y'all this new shit. Because this is the shit that I most recently made and put out, whatever, right? And I think even with that, I'm still kind of like, I get it. You did the Amazon halftime show, not the Amazon halftime show, the Amazon live show. It's like, yo, you performed all your records there. Why would I want to do the same thing? Nigga, it's a Super Bowl. You should. Personally, to me. But at the same time, I think when you think about like a lot of the messaging with like, you know, Uncle Sam and things like that, him even saying to him like, yo, like, play the game. You feel me? The set design is literally controllers and shit like that. It's him kind of giving like this big fuck you, like, yo, I'm not here to appease you.
Yeah.
Feel me? I'm not here to give you what you want out of me. I'm gonna give you what I want to do.
Side note, that game shit was way too on the nose. For someone like Kendrick, who like leaves things for interpretation, that whole like PlayStation controller setup, mad on the nose. When that shit leaked,
What's wrong with that?
I was like, I didn't think it was real. Cause when it leaked, I was like, you're not gonna do that bullshit.
What's wrong with
What's wrong with it though? What's wrong with it for being a little somewhat obvious?
When has Kendrick not been on the nose?
That was too on the nose.
When has Kendrick not been on the nose? What is, nigga?
Oftentimes, he just talked about like he leaves things for interpretation all the time.
I don't know. I think that he doesn't explain himself is what he was saying.
Yeah,
not that he
more
doesn't.
so. Because like to this day, I still question why this nigga popped out with a fucking bedazzled crown thorn on his head.
Yeah. But we know what it means.
I know what it means. It's pretty obvious.
You feel me?
Like,
it's very obvious.
He never explains himself.
When I say on it's just like the game over, the Uncle Sam saying the things that he was saying, like, it's just a little too on the nose. Like, I think you could still sell that message. I'm not here to play the game in a different way, but that's not a real criticism. That's just a side note I had.
To have. But like, at the end of the day, I think
nigga perform at the Grammys in shackles.
Even with him dropping GNX, you feel me? Even with dropping the project, it was like so unexpected. Niggas thought it was gonna be closer to the Super Bowl or at the Super Bowl. He's gonna do, all his biggest records and be like, yo, album out tonight. You feel me? He didn't do that. He dropped on a random ass Tuesday, dropped that trailer, and then 10 minutes later, the album came out.
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday?
It was a Friday.
Whatever. How you remember that?
It was because we potted right after the day after.
I listened to it on that day.
But it's just the fact that how the album even came to be. It's like it was so against the system than what is typical. You know what I mean? I think he's been doing that this whole time. So I think the Super Bowl, if anything, just felt like an extension of that. Like I'm gonna do the unexpected and I'm gonna go against the grain.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
how do I feel about it though?
I don't know. I don't want you to give me a rating. That's corny. Like when something's so subjective. But like, is it among your favorites?
Definitely not. Definitely not. But it was some real shit.
Where it stands, is it good, great?
Some real shit.
Class, like where, like I don't know. Give a word, attach a word to that.
I think it was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
I like the fact that it opens up certain conversations to be had.
Is it fair to say that cool is kind of like not acceptable for like the expectation that we have for this?
Not acceptable for the expectation. I guess maybe more so to the point.
Cool is if I told you a week ago, it's probably just gonna be cool, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
I mean, depends on what you mean by cool. To me, I thought it was cool.
Cool is not a good word. Not in this situation. Cool is not good in this situation.
How you gonna tell me what I mean?
I get what you're saying though. For something that's supposed to be the Super Bowl, it's like, why are we saying just cool?
Let alone the Super Bowl, but everything that's transpired in this year. You feel me?
But then maybe he's a victim of his own success. He's had such an amazing year.
Maybe.
That this is the end, and it's just like
very hard to top what he's done. Yeah.
For me, I also just think that, I look at it like this, right? What am I expecting from this performance? You feel me? Going into it, I just wanted to hear the songs. I just wanted to hear him perform Not Like Us, and I was gonna be solid. You feel me? As long as he did that, I don't care, nigga. You feel me? Like that's the moment that a nigga like me was waiting for. Say that nigga's a pedophile in front of 50 million, and we're good. I don't give a fuck what you do after that. Nigga, he can go up there and just
he played children screaming instead of him saying pedophile. That was just crazy.
And then facts, tough,
wild.
But I'm just saying, like, to me, that's all I wanted. So for me, it was cool because he did what I was expecting. And then I also think that it was a really dope moment. You feel me? There was so many different performers, you feel me, as far as like the dance aesthetic that was there, all the different people that he was able to tag along. I really loved like the camera work. You feel me? You could tell that everything was like rehearsed. Set pieces were there. They took up the space that they needed to take up. And I think that was crazy. I don't know if you've seen this, but they're saying that nigga traveled more yards than the Chief on the field. That was crazy.
I don't know if that was fact checked, but I believe it. No bullshit.
But like you can measure it, the nigga on the field type shit. So when I seen that, I was like, so that was my biggest gripe with it overall. I thought everything was smooth. The only thing I had a problem with was the fact that the nigga was out of breath at first. He was right. He ran out. His breath control was like mid.
And his volume, the volume on his mic was low for like the first two.
And I think that's why. Because when you listen
to the edited version though, Did that help that out though?
For sure, it's more balanced, but it is still low. And I think the reason why though, because I could see it even in him in performing, what was probably happening, and this is just my estimate, whatever, is that the nigga, they didn't have much time for sound check. You feel me? Leading up to it.
I don't think there is a sound check.
Well, early in the day.
There definitely is. Like the players on the team like practice and then they put cover it all up so people can't see it.
Earlier in the day. Okay. But what I assume was taking place is that the mic volume, whoever was the engineer, like live audio, whatever, it was too low. So the nigga had to be louder to compensate for it, which then led to him utilizing more of his breath in those moments. So he was running out of breath. And he was also doing a lot of moving. So that definitely didn't help. You feel me? That's
Never seen that nigga Kendrick dance so much in my life. If there was anything where it's like he played the game on that one, it was all these little dance moves I'd never seen him do.
Yeah. So I would say that's probably my only thing that I thought wasn't good with it. What I will also emphasize is that I personally don't like the halftime show. The halftime show is a moment I've never cared for it. Even since I was younger. Because I don't know the artist. Most of the time, I'm not familiar with those artists' catalog. It's only like the last 5 years where it's like, oh, even The Weeknd. I don't listen to The Weeknd.
Think of a bunch off the top of my head.
Yeah, like, Beyonce did 2013. Ever since
Gaga,
then,
let's look.
Katy Perry,
Maroon 5.
Yeah, Bruno Mars.
You're familiar with Maroon 5's catalog, bro?
Not their catalog, but I know who they are,
bro.
Like I know who they were.
I know who all the artists are, but
you made it seem like it's like, I don't know who these people are.
Look, I'll show you the list and you tell me.
If they got on that Super Bowl stage, it's because you know at least 5 songs, whether you chose to or not.
No, I've been watching the Super Bowl since I was a child, bro.
I hear you.
Yeah, I get.
I don't know all these artists.
Springsteen, I feel you. Like,
that's
but
what I'm saying. At least
the
like
last
09
years, it's been pretty.
You said 09.
Pretty cool.
Let's start from 09. We don't gotta go through the whole thing, but like,
so 09 was Bruce Springsteen. Then it was The Who.
I'm starting with.
I know The Who.
The
And I know
Patriots
them, but do you know their
Giants
music?
2011
Nah, I don't know
Super
their
Bowl.
music like that.
Then it was the Black Eyed Peas, Usher, and
Fire.
Slash.
That shit was ass.
That was ass. That
That
one
was
was
ass. That's-
horrible.
that
That
was
was
the
one.
Steelers
I'm not
one?
saying fire.
Yeah,
It was
it
a
was
good one,
respect.
but
I
it's
think
like
that's
I
one of
know
the
their
worst ones.
catalog. I
Then
know
there
their
was-
music.
Then there was
That shit was
Madonna.
ass. Fergie.
Madonna, I remember.
But do you know the Madonna music? That's what I'm
Nah,
saying. I'm
not
not
really.
That's not what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying that I don't know of the
I'm
artist.
sure she
Keep
played
going.
records though that I recognize.
Keep going though. Keep going.
I'm saying that I do not know all of the catalog that they perform.
I hear you.
I don't know.
But
so the
typically
next-
in a
so then-
situation like that, they're going to play their biggest records, which you
Right.
most likely would have heard.
Just keep going. 'Cause
Then
now,
after that was Beyonce.
you know Beyonce.
Okay.
Then it was Bruno Mars.
You know
and
Bruno.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I did not know them songs,
Okay, you still got
bro.
Bruno though.
Then it was Katy Perry, Lenny
Got
Kravitz, and Missy Elliott.
Okay.
That
Got
was
him.
maybe the worst one. I remember that one. That was ass.
Yeah.
The Sharks.
Then it was Coldplay. Yeah. Then it was Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars.
That
was
Okay.
tough.
Another
That's my
one where it's
favorite one.
Yeah,
Yo, the
facts.
NFL love Beyonce. I
No,
get
when
it. I
Beyonce
get it,
pulled
though. I
out
get it.
Formation, that
Yeah.
was a moment.
I remember.
Then it was Lady Gaga. And
I remember
again,
that
that one, a lot of people was same boat, right?
I remember
I
that
know
one.
I bump Gaga though.
Yeah.
Do you bump Gaga?
She just dropped a new song. You listen to that shit?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Lady Gaga back?
I'm
Crazy year.
Wait, would
Jesus.
Die with a Smile or before? Like, bro, she's been that. Like, been her.
But then
bro.
sure, but
And
then
the
it
thing
was
is, even if you don't really listen to Lady Gaga, you know, rah 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 rah. Like
That's
what I'm saying. They're playing
you
their
can't
biggest
avoid
songs.
that, bro.
Kendrick performed Humble. Did he? Am I bugging? He did.
I'm hit, but he didn't play
What was your
all
point
his
with that?
biggest songs.
He doesn't need to because
I'm not saying that.
because not everyone's gonna know them anyway. All this to say, I'm saying this to say that most of the time when it's a Super Bowl halftime show, unless I'm a fan of that artist, a
Yeah.
big fan, I don't know that song.
I
You
don't
know
want
why
to push
I
it.
don't
I
like
don't want
the
to push
Usher
it, but every
You know
person
why
you
I
were
don't
gonna
like the
name
Usher one?
moving forward, you were gonna know their music. Just quickly go through it, and you
My nigga, I've already said I don't listen to The Weeknd. I told you I don't
But
listen to
you-
Maroon 5.
oh my
When Maroon 5 performed, even when Justin Timberlake
you know
performed, I
moves
knew
like
some of those
Jagger,
songs.
nigga.
Okay.
Ah,
It was
bro, I'm not
Maroon
gonna argue with
5,
this. We know what
Travis
he's talking
Scott,
about.
and Big Boy.
Okay, you know.
You remember? Do you even remember Big Boy?
I remember Big
You
Boy
feel
being
me?
there.
I remember Travis coming
I
out
don't
there and
remember
doing the
Big Boy
Sweet
being there.
Victory shit and performing Sicko Mode.
That was a weird thing because
It
he
was
like
weird.
goes into
It's
the
interesting. It's
crowd.
an
and-
interesting pairing.
I don't listen to The Weeknd like that, but I remember The Weeknd's performance because it was weird. But
It
I
was
don't know.
different.
I didn't know those
It was
It was
songs.
like the
different. It was
COVID year,
different.
and he was grabbing the camera.
It's
and
2021. Yeah, I didn't know those songs. Eminem, and then right, it's like all these people, Rihanna, and then it's Usher with special guests, right? And then it's Kendrick.
Sound like you're very familiar with the last.
I
like,
wasn't
good
familiar with
10
that
years,
Usher, bro.
like.
I was familiar with the people that Usher brought out.
You're not familiar with music from Confessions or Usher's discography?
I don't bump that
I have a
nigga.
very hard time believing there's a song that came on. He was like, I've
No,
never heard
I didn't
this.
say that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that to me, I'm not a fan of the nigga. So when I seen that, I was like, oh,
You don't
this
gotta be a
is-
fan to
the thing
know
is,
it was
a
chill.
lot of their
The
biggest
people
records.
who go,
Yeah, it was chill.
the people who do the Super Bowl halftime, it doesn't
And
matter
I
if you
bet
don't
all the
actually
people that was
listen
in
to them, bro.
attendance,
You're
That's my
like,
stance.
They're
with it.
gonna
I
be
bet-
on the radio. You're
and I
gonna
bet
hear
all the
it.
people that was in attendance, they was like, oh, wow, look at this guy dance. He's skating. Nice. Get the fuck, bro, because they don't. Look at the audience. Look at the audience. They
All
might
right.
know the songs, but they're not huge fans
All
of the
right.
artists.
Crowd, sure, but the Super Bowl isn't always about appeasing the crowd. It's the people watching from home.
Even
Literally,
the people
the
watching
hundreds
from
of
home, the
millions.
fans of people. Everyone's gonna have their own thoughts and opinions, bro.
That's an opinion, yes, but I have a very hard time
What I'm
believing there's a lot of
saying-
people like, I don't know 3 songs I just played.
But what I'm saying, yeah, the last couple years, the last few years.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, let's not
All right,
stick
bro.
on this. All right.
You knew all them Weeknd songs, bro?
No, hold on.
The
We're
ones that he
talking-
performed at the Super Bowl, probably.
Yeah, we're talking about Kendrick.
Probably.
Let's not get off the
Alright.
point. Let's not get off that
All right.
point.
All I'm saying is that
We
the
can
Super
check
Bowl halftime,
afterwards. I feel like
okay, the Super Bowl halftime performance is divisive in that they're choosing an artist that has mainstream appeal for the moment, and not everyone is gonna like that artist. Not everyone is gonna like that artist's songs. Not everyone is gonna even want to be invested in what they see
Mhm,
going on.
mhm.
So it's very unlikely that the Super Bowl halftime show is ever not gonna be divisive. Even with Beyonce, my nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, that shit was the greatest
I
thing
disagree.
I've seen. And
I
niggas
disagree
still
when
will
you
say
say-
it was
That's a fair
okay.
point.
No,
It's
no,
gonna
no,
be
no, no.
divisive.
He
It's
said
gonna be
one thing where
divisive.
it's like usually these are people like based off the moment. This is the first year.
Off the moment, yeah, I don't know about that part.
All the other ones were legacy.
I'm saying that they're
All of them, everybody else was legacy.
Okay.
Nobody was doing that during like the super prime of their career.
okay.
No, that's just a fact.
The Weeknd was legacy. Yeah.
Okay, the weekend not as much.
Okay. No, okay. 'Cause
But like
that's the thing.
traditionally, that's all
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Traditionally,
All right. What I would say is
Rihanna was legacy. Okay.
Rihanna
Rihanna
is
is a
legacy.
legacy,
She
yeah.
hasn't dropped music since
Rihanna is a
2016.
Lady
legacy.
Gaga
Bro.
in 2017's legacy. Okay. Katy Perry in 2015 is legacy. Bruno
2017, I
Mars
was
in
18.
2014 is legacy.
Bro, we was
Okay.
bumping Gaga records in middle school.
Yeah.
Like,
Nigga,
I think it's fair to say
it wasn't 10 years at that point. She hadn't even, like, what do we,
But when I say for the moment, it's
Niggas.
like Kendrick is only
Niggas.
like, not to say Kendrick don't got the qualifications to do
Nigga,
a
you was
Super
in
Bowl.
high school when she performed.
Alright, bro, you gonna let niggas like
So when you was in
have a
middle school, she
actual
was making.
combo?
Come on, that's legacy. Okay.
Bro, the point I'm trying to make is like
In
Kendrick
the pop
got-
industry, it might be.
Nah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Paul, yeah, Paul, go, talk your shit. The
Bro,
fuck?
I'm telling you, bro. But I agree. Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree. But
So
I'm
you-
saying that you're
my
saying that
biggest point-
traditionally
Kenny
it's
man
legacy.
get cut off. You be cutting niggas off all the time, gang.
To try to expand the
Nah.
listeners. No, people.
Don't give me
no,
no fluff,
no, I'm
my
really
nigga.
about to get in my bag now. I try to expand the conversation for the.
Mind you, I'll fuck with you.
You feel me? I be trying to expand the conversation for the listener just so they have a full understanding. You guys are taking it somewhere else, and it's making them harder to understand the
They
points.
need the details, bro.
Feel me?
They need the details.
Nah, y'all going on side, so y'all sidetracking.
That's the main conversation.
All I'm saying is
You been all I'm saying is for like the
Because-
last 5 minutes.
because
nigga.
while it is true what you're saying about legacy, that's not how it's been.
Yes, okay. My biggest point is that
Honestly, I've been
Kendrick
watching them
doesn't
shits.
get this spot. Not that he doesn't deserve it, not that he don't got the qualifications, but I would 99.9% think he's not getting this year's Super Bowl spot without the year that he's had. I don't think that's
For sure.
been the case for any other artist.
For sure.
Okay, that's my biggest point that I'm saying. Okay,
I disagree, but I do think that what you're saying has some validity to it.
all right, appreciate that. 'Cause I'm not
Nigga
about to
said
go back and forth.
appreciation for some backing in your validity.
Because that's not the point I'm trying to make. I think Kendrick did everything that he was supposed to do great. Like, I can just imagine being in his shoes. First of all, performing rap is difficult in itself. Inherently, it's probably like, I don't want to say the worst genre, but it's like the hardest genre to translate to an audience, a live audience, okay? It's not like music or any other music where it's like, I don't really even need to know the words before you perform it. I didn't need to know the song, but it made me move. You know what I mean? Other genres, or I'm in awe of the singing ability. I got something to do, whatever. Rapping, it's like, there's a nigga rapping at you and saying mad words, and it's not something you could really like, nod your head if you, unless you know the track. That's the funnest part, when you know the word for word, and you rapping it with them. Otherwise, you just standing there bumping your head, bro. You feel me? It's very hard to translate rap in a live performance. So for him to do that, the difficulties that come with that, the difficulties of moving around, having to make sure he's at all his spots to hit the set pieces and everything, I salute that. He did what the fuck he had to do. And I agree with you, the messaging, the thematic, the theme of it and all, and him not playing the game. Him saying like, I'm not going to give you the traditional Super Bowl that you want.
Yeah.
I salute that. I think that's amazing. I also think both can be true, that it's also going to sacrifice where that performance ends up ranking up
I agree.
in terms of entertainment value.
That's what I'm
Because you
saying.
didn't play the biggest
I
joints.
think
You were
see-
entertained?
I was entertained,
You were entertained?
I was in the 10.
I was entertained.
but I'm not going to rank
But
it in my top 5 or
I still
something
think
like
you
that.
could go against the system and not play the game and still deliver your biggest records.
Sure.
Like,
No,
you
I
know,
But it
like,
wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be
though.
the same. It would be whatever that
It's
looks
like,
like.
are you fueled by hatred or are you fueled by chaos? And I feel like Kendrick is fueled by chaos more so
Feel
than
by
hatred.
you feel by
I think he
chaos.
wants to shake shit up more so than he wants to hate on niggas. Because if that was the case,
Watch the party die.
for sure. But if that was the case, he would have done his biggest shits and then just closed with Not Like Us.
Nah, you can't close with Not Like Us, because like,
If
you
I'm
gotta
saying-
go to your own, like, I'm standing on.
Like I said, he would have done all his shit and
Music-
then performed the biggest song of the year. Yeah.
Mm.
That's what it would have looked like if he was doing all his hits. That's his
Yeah.
biggest. That's one of his biggest songs.
Playing the game.
I think ending it off TV off. I hear what you're saying, but I think ending off TV off was a perfect.
No,
ending.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I think what he did was perfect.
Mhm.
In fact, I
He
would
should
have.
perform all right.
The only-
Perfect.
The only thing that I have
Not
a problem with was the breath control, which I don't think is his fault. So I don't have any problems with it at all. What I'm saying is that if it was that he wanted to be fueled by the hatred, though, then I feel like that's where he would get into that bag of performing only the hits,
I'm realizing
his biggest songs.
none of us brought up SZA. We just don't care about
I was
her.
gonna get to that. Hold
She
on,
didn't
hold
sing,
on,
so I
hold on,
don't-
hold on.
It was smooth, but I'm
She
not.
did it.
It
But
wasn't like her performance per se. You feel me? She
I just
didn't do
expected
that
a
much.
bigger role.
we'll get
From
to
the
that.
way that they like promoted it and showed it,
I
I
was
thought
gonna
she was
say-
gonna have more of a presence.
They
but-
shouldn't have announced that she was gonna be there.
Yeah.
They should have
Just
just let
not-
her be a surprise spot, because the way that they gave her 2 joints, like, she should have at least cooked with like 1 on her own.
Right. I
And when
agree.
they played all again, when I think of
what does she
Rihanna's
say
performance,
on All the
Rihanna was
Stars?
floating on that stage, all the lights was out, and it's diamonds. That's what All the Stars should have felt like. Your point of like, this just didn't feel bigger than life. It didn't. It felt like a great TV production, but
agree.
it didn't feel bigger than life, the Super Bowl.
Bro,
Nigga,
Rihanna
he was
used
running
all the
around
budget.
on a fucking parachute. Like, what
That's why
was
Usher
that
didn't do
shit,
nothing
bro?
like that either. That's why Usher had to use skates, nigga. He wanted to fly.
The production money
But
going.
the budget was
I
like,
don't
they had a
know,
3-year
man.
budget, nigga. And Rihanna used it all, nigga.
I don't
She
know,
had
bro.
fireworks and shit. They couldn't even do that. That's
Apple.
another thing, too.
Hey.
Rumor has it that they had to cancel a lot of the stuff that was also planned for the performance because they couldn't do it because Trump was in attendance, including fireworks and pyrotechnics.
Oh, that's crazy. That's actually
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. Cause that's what it's so I can't even say anything.
Why was that nigga there?
I don't know. I hate this nigga, bro. I really do not like this dude, bro.
Like, I've
He
never-
ruins everything.
Has there ever been a president who's
No,
attended the Super
never,
Bowl?
never. Not an acting one, never.
Y'all know how to stay
That's
on
so
topic.
Are we not talking about Trump?
Why
Feel
are
me?
we
He's
not?
behind.
Why are we
No,
not
really?
talking about
What?
Trump,
He's
bro? Like-
behind.
Like, we didn't even wrap up the halftime shit. We
Is
just
it
Bro,
not-
we're still talking
What?
about it.
we went from scissor to pyro.
We're talking about how maybe the
We're still
halftime
it could've
performance was
been better.
affected by his presence.
We're still here.
and you could have just
Yo,
acknowledged
stick
that.
with us, bro.
Nah,
You don't like the direction we went with it.
Nah, I don't.
He's like, but I
I
think
ain't
we
the
did.
director.
I didn't
Cause
get
like,
my shit
maybe we're giving
off.
Kendrick some slack here. You feel me? It's like,
But
yo,
those-
Trump was in attendance. You feel me? It ain't your fault, gang.
But then you
Like,
was criticizing Trump. That's a whole different conversation.
Bro, and he asked us, and he went out like, no. But the thing is
And
that,
that's it.
okay, Kendrick did these things, but also, if you're thinking about it in that regard,
That makes sense.
you also got to remember, he's still doing this in front of the president. He's giving a big fuck you
Mm-hmm.
to the orange nigga, and he's telling him to his face
Yeah.
in front of the whole world, you fucked up.
My critique has less to do with
I thought that was
Kendrick
tough.
and the production team around him that didn't allow the production to be as big
Yeah.
as possible.
Like I said, yeah,
That's my
it
biggest-
is unfortunate that they probably couldn't do as much.
And SZA was the worst part of the
the worst, but also the
set.
best in some
the
ways.
worst?
She was the best to me because she's fine.
You're not wrong.
A lot of niggas saying Serena's the worst part.
What?
That's
a lot of niggas did not
That's
fuck
hate.
with that.
That's
But
hate.
you know
A lot
niggas
of
hate
niggas
women,
didn't
though.
fuck
That's
with
hate.
that. A lot
But
of
you-
niggas do hate
you know what I
women.
mean?
Yo, like there's some
Everybody
little
around
think
us
pieces
was
coming
like-
out of that
That's
shit.
Nah,
bad. That's
the-
nasty work.
The moment Serena
Nasty
came
work.
out, everybody in the room was like, "Oh!"
Facts.
facts.
That was tough.
That was the craziest
No
moment.
She was so tough.
That's
the
the
camera
best
fucked.
moment.
The camera, yeah, the production team was not on it because they definitely panned away from her too
Way
fast,
too
and then they had to
soon.
come back. I ain't like that.
Mhm.
That's not. They edited that.
Oh, they did. They
in
kept
the-
on
in
her a
the
little
other
bit
one,
more.
yeah. I like
Yeah,
that.
but
It's not. Yeah, because she was cooking, bro. They was talking about. They was like, "Oh, she crip walking. Like, why she doing that? Aren't you married? Like, you just hating on your ex and all shit." I'm like, bro. I
That
don't
was
think.
so corny.
In my opinion, that has less to do with Drake and more to do that. It's about fucking L.A.
no,
It's
no,
about-
it's a fuck you to Drake, but it could be
Sure,
both.
but I think that has less to do
Double
with that
entendre.
though,
It does.
and more to do with the fact that she's a native as well.
No, he
See?
literally
See?
name dropped her on
I
Not
didn't
Like
say-
Us.
It's
I
double-
didn't
it's
He
a
say-
double
definitely
entendre.
name dropped.
So
her.
because he name drops her on the song, it makes even more sense for her to be there, right? Because now you're again you can
But
tie
he's
it to
even
Drake.
name dropping
No,
her
I
on the
understand.
song because of Drake's
Drake.
Who are you
commentary.
explaining this
Yes.
to? Who are you explaining that to? That's crazy. That's crazy that you would even say that.
So
to
why
me.
would you
Who
say
are
the
explaining
things you
that to me?
said?
Because what I'm saying to you is that her being there to me
Has more to do with her being from LA. No,
has more to do with her
No,
being
you're
from
just
LA
wrong.
because what she's doing. She's crip walking.
For sure,
She's
bro.
not there wearing a fuck Drake t-shirt or whatever, nigga.
but she's
She's
doing it
dancing
to
as
the,
a her
to the
presence
fuck
is a
Drake
fuck you to
song,
Drake.
nigga.
But okay, y'all niggas is
Yo.
real one track minds, bro. You gotta remember this
No.
because you gotta think about it like
Excuse
this,
me.
bro. Because
Oh, my.
look at it like this. Remember what
You're
you were
Agent
just
of
saying.
Chaos today.
Remember what you were just saying about the think pieces and all the shit, right?
Right.
It's niggas think piece and her presence there and all. And I'm saying, nigga, fuck what you think. It makes sense for her to be there regardless of the Drake shit. And it just so happens
That
that
is not the
it's an
overwhelming
additional
reason she's there, bro.
How do you know that? How can you say?
Yo, Ease, look
That's what
this
you see.
nigga in the
How,
eye.
you see
Come
how I
on.
say? I think that she's there because it has more to do
I
with
know,
LA.
I
has more to do
know.
with the
That is
performance.
a good-
And
I
you see
know.
how- and you
That
see
is
how you're
definitely a
saying,
part of it.
But you see how you're saying no. It's because of this. It's only
Yeah,
because of this.
majority of the
It is
reason.
both things.
How can you say that for sure?
is for sure
It is
both
both
things.
things.
It is
But
just
did I
both
say it
things.
wasn't that?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't say
All
that.
I said- no, but he's saying it though. He's
I
saying the
know, bro.
overwhelming
I
reason.
know,
How can you say that?
I know.
How could
the-
I say that?
How can you say that? How do you know?
He's getting stuck on the semantics.
You
of
work for
saying
PG Lang,
overwhelming.
nigga.
It's like you don't know what they're
You
getting
work
from
for
yeah,
it.
PG
yeah,
Lang.
That's
yeah.
what he's getting
You
at.
wrote the script.
I don't even
You
know why.
called her on the phone yourself and said, "You know what really hurt this
You
nigga,
go pod, bro.
bro? I'm pouting. I'm locked
By
in.
yourself, clearly, bro.
Hey, I'm locked in.
I thought we all doing this right now. No, but
Did you fuck with it?
If on the Not Like Us, which is the big fuck Drake
Yeah.
song, and he said, I don't like how you speaking on DeMar DeRozan, and Serena Williams brings out DeMar DeRozan in the Not Like Us video, and then while he's performing Not Like Us, Serena comes out crip walking. That has to do with Drake.
No, for sure. but I know-
51% or
but-
more of the reason.
Okay,
Majority.
I just don't agree with that. I can't
Majority.
say that for sure. That's nasty work.
he's getting stuck on
That's
you saying the majority.
I just couldn't say that. I don't know how you
All
can
right.
say that with a straight face like and be serious. I just don't because that
All
to
right.
me, That's the think
a double
piecery.
whammy.
That's the think
No,
piecery that
everybody
niggas
who's
was on.
watching this is like, yo, Nate, what are you saying?
Because
bro?
I'm saying that to me, that's the think piecery is niggas trying to analyze the shit to the point where it's like, okay, what does it mean though? Let's forget what does it mean? She's crip walking the same way that she did at Wimbledon and they fucking were in her face about it. This is another performance where they're bringing LA to the map. You can't shut this shit down. That's all I'm saying. That's what I saw when I saw it. Obviously, I see the Drake shit too, because how can I ignore it, right?
Yo.
It's in the song.
Yo,
we all
Nate,
know
Nate,
that.
Nate.
But I'm just
There
saying.
could be truth in that.
No, there is
But
truth in it,
that
nigga.
is like
I'm
the
not saying it's
least
the only.
likely reason that she's there.
That's crazy.
The least
That's
likely
crazy to me.
version.
That's
Are you
crazy to me.
crazy?
That's
bro?
right here, Nate, where it's
Are
like,
you
I can't say if
fucking
it's the
That's
least
crazy.
likely or
That's
not.
crazy to me.
Because
Because how
they
can you
both are valid reasons.
Like, how can you say
For
that?
sure.
Be real, bro.
Because it's also a reason, bro.
I
We
feel
know
you.
that. So you're
One
saying
is
that.
so much
he's
more
saying-
obvious than the other, and it's crazy
Exactly,
that we're
and
having
that's
this
why I
combo.
said niggas is one track minded. Because your mind goes immediately, what did he say in the song? I see what he's saying in the song. Slow niggas, bro.
No,
Nigga, you gotta look deeper
I
than
said
that.
yours could be true as well, but that
You
is
do not know. You
all
gotta know the
all
history.
See, that's the thing.
Through the
He
knowledge.
taking us off
Because what did
track.
nigga say?
He
No,
taking me-
because what did
he don't
nigga
want
say
us to
about
talk
Serena's
about the
performance?
Drake album. I see what he doing.
Because what did nigga say
He
about
being
Serena's
an
performance?
agent of chaos,
I seen
bro.
niggas talking about Serena's crip walking and her family member, her sister was murdered by Crips. So how could she do that? She hates Drake so much that she's willing to sell her family under the bus. And that's dumb shit. Nigga, she's from LA. This is a part of her culture and she's done this before. It's not all about Drake, bro. And I'm tired of this shit.
That
It's
is
not.
not.
It's not only to do with the nigga, bro.
Yo, Ease, did you say you hated the Serena
I didn't
appearance?
say I hate that.
I didn't say that.
I'm
No.
going back to the thing
Who are you
pieces.
addressing?
I said that what niggas are saying, right? The think pieces are saying is that it's all this shit. They're tying it back to Drake too closely. Yes, we know she's mentioned on the song, which is about fuck Drake.
Yes.
We know they were in a relationship at some point allegedly. Okay, cool.
I'ma say this.
The nigga hates her.
I'ma
and
say
he's
this, though.
weird. We get it.
She
It's
has
not all
every
to do with
reason
her.
to also approach it that way if she wanted to. Niggas on record talking about your husband's a groupie. I would take the chance to say fuck this nigga if I had to.
For sure. And I never said she
that's
didn't.
that. Any nigga saying otherwise or trying to attach it to,
Any
like, why are you still
criticism
thinking
of
about your
Serena's
ex?
corny.
Da. Why is he still thinking about me? Why is he name dropping my family? Why is
Well,
he
like
speaking
I said,
on me?
But you know, men
So
hate
she has
women, bro.
every reason to clap back.
For sure.
All
I
that other
agree.
shit, I don't want to hear it.
We in the same page.
And that's that. That's that.
All right, Super Bowl, cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. Oh, one last thing I was gonna say. I think the only thing that kind of is disappointing and a little. Oh, I gotta say two more things. One is that
See?
I think because this Super Bowl was so circled around like a moment. You feel me? Like Not Like Us isn't a timeless song, and maybe as time goes on, I might be wrong, but I can make the assumption that
It
it's
will be
not a timeless song. It's a dated song. It's of a moment. You feel
Yes.
me? Like when Michael Jackson performs PYT, it don't matter if it's in 1980 or if it's in 2025, bro. That shit hits no matter what.
It would definitely hit if Mike performed it this year, nigga. He's dead.
No.
That
But-
shit would be crazy.
But when you hear that song,
I'd be like,
I
yo.
feel like 10, 15, maybe even 5 years. I don't think it's gonna take too long for people to be like, yeah, Not Like Us. Like I don't want to hear that song right now. Right now I do. Within these 365 days, I want to hear it. I want to blast that shit. All the opportunities that Kendrick has when he did the pop out, when you hear it on the Grammys, he has 300. Up until this tour, he has all the right to blast that song and make it the premier song around all of his performances, whatever. After this tour is over, if I'm Kendrick personally, and I think Kendrick's the type of artist to not even want to attribute so much success to a nigga he don't like, I think he should just move off of Not Like Us completely. And when he do, I don't know how well this ages 10, 15 years from now. Right now, in the moment,
slightly disagree.
super dope.
Because like time will tell. I really don't
For
have
sure.
any data or anything to pull out to say like, oh, this is true or not. But like, I think if anything, it's just gonna always remember or remind people of the moment rather than people wanting to get away from the moment. Look at Hit 'Em Up. It's still classic to this day.
Right,
Niggas
yeah.
hear that shit and it's like, yo, that nigga Pop,
That's bullshit.
man. Like he's
Mhm.
talking that shit. Because who's to say Drake's career doesn't continue spiraling down from this point on? That it's like, yo, 10 years from now, we'll see so many more things that happened since that people are like, that was the start of it.
What if Drake,
Like,
what if
it's
Drake
also
bounces
crazy
back?
'cause
Does
the
it
shit went
hurt?
number
That's
one.
also possible.
But does that would that hurt the performance if he bounces back?
Nope.
And he's still like beloved?
The hate still stands. If anything,
I
niggas
don't
that
know.
love him is weird now.
I don't know, because we've never seen this before.
But you can also
I
look
really
at it
don't know.
like this. Some of the other diss records that have come out historically, they haven't reached the same heights as Not Like Us either. It's just a certified hit.
No, for sure. No
So
doubt
it's
about
like,
it.
I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying, and that like because it is like related to this beef, if it's related to Drake in any sense, It's like you wouldn't want to continue to have it like be out there. You wouldn't really like want to give too much attention to it or like whatever. End of the day, nigga, that shit's a banger.
No,
I
for
don't
sure.
know.
It's a great song in itself.
So
I
to
don't
me,
like when
it's
people say like,
niggas didn't say that about
why,
Humble though.
it's just a diss track. Why'd they give all the Grammys to it? Like, no, that's a great song. For you to even make a diss track that is that palatable to that many people,
Yeah.
that's a great song.
Shit's a banger.
Fuck
Oh, bullshit.
defining it just simply as a diss track, you know?
I will say I don't want to hear that shit on tour.
I want to hear that shit.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, no. When he comes to Gillette
I don't
Stadium,
hear
I
that
want him to play
I
that
don't
shit.
hear
No
that.
doubt about
That's
it.
you.
This
You're
is me.
bugging.
I'm hip.
That's why you
It is
one
me.
fan out of many. Because nigga,
For
I'm
sure.
trying to hear that shit.
Yeah,
For
no.
sure.
We're gonna be in the section. What?
Nigga,
Nigga, I was about to say,
Bro,
nigga,
that
when
shit's
that
gonna
shit
be
come
in-
on,
You
When it comes
Nigga,
on, I'm gonna get in the moment. But it's like,
Yeah.
bro,
So why lie?
we're gonna be in May.
man.
Why lie on these?
But it's like, I don't want to
on this
hear it.
Yeah, he
broadcast?
does.
I don't want to.
If you don't
it's
wanna
gonna
hear
be
it-
May 2025.
Why you
so,
buy
bro,
tickets to
we're
this
still
show then?
bumping
Why
this
you buy
shit.
tickets to this show?
Why don't you go
Wait
to the
till
last
one
one?
or the
Where
last
was
one?
you for Mr. Morale, nigga?
What changed since that? You don't even like
Exactly.
GNX like that.
Exactly.
So why you
Why
buy
is he
this
going to
ticket?
this? Why you-
I do like Dodger Blue though.
That's
probably
one
what-
song.
Oh, so you
I
don't
do
go
like
for
That's
Dodger
one
Blue.
song. Nigga, we'll FaceTime
You
you.
think I'm going for not like? You think I'm
We'll
going for not like
FaceTime
that?
you with that song playing.
Yes.
How you know he was even
I'm
gonna
gonna be there.
How you know he was even gonna do Dodger Blue?
Facts.
Hey, what?
He doesn't, nigga. That's
Why'd he not?
Oh yeah, this nigga not.
Why'd
a
he
real-
not?
That
Nigga,
song got like
why
3
would he?
features on it.
Facts. He not bringing all those niggas, and on top of that,
I put
he
money.
not
I put money on it. That shit's gonna get played.
I no.
Maybe,
Okay,
it don't
great.
matter.
Sounds good. That's not what niggas are saying.
But
We're
you
saying
don't
you don't
lie
know that
and
he's
say
gonna perform that.
you didn't buy
Nigga,
tickets
like-
because of everything that's happened in the last
You
year.
know you
including
ain't going
Not
to
Like
that
Us.
shit, bro.
That's completely different though. Because I've also had so much. No. Let me elaborate. I've also had so much experience of like, yo, I regret not seeing this person live because who knows when's the next chance I'm gonna get that.
Mhm.
To this day, I've not seen Travis live.
Mhm.
That's because I just not taking up the
I
opportunity.
hear you.
Yeah,
Why
that's
did I not
wild.
go see Kendrick
But
when
you-
he's going on tour
But you
right
bought
now?
these tickets
When's the
knowing
next time
damn
Kendrick's going on?
well.
Huh?
You know you bought these
You know
tickets
he
knowing
gonna play
damn
that
well Not Like
GNX.
Us and GNX gonna be played.
You know he
I'm
gonna
not trying
play
to
that
hear that like
GNX.
Okay.
So, but you still gonna go
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Leave before the last 30.
because you
That's
don't
not a
like
problem. That'd probably be the smart thing to do.
because you're not a huge fan of all the music though, bro.
Not this album specifically.
But that's what I'm saying.
But the records I do like on this album, I like them a lot. But I don't like the album top to bottom,
I'll say it like this. I understand your logic.
right?
I think that to me, as a frequent concert goer, that doesn't make the most sense. Because
Does
the
it need
artist,
to?
no, of course
Then
not.
there we
I'm just
go.
saying, like most of the time, the artist is gonna perform their new shit mostly.
For sure.
You feel me? So it's like,
The new shit. Yeah, I
mostly.
expect them to play GNX. It's a GNX tour.
yeah, facts, like you said. But it's just
Right.
like to me, it's like if you don't like the music on that album, on that project, as much as like the other stuff, is like you might not have the best time as if you were to go for like a Mr. Morale tour, or even before that. You feel me?
I can't even say because I never went.
Well, the Mr.
So it's like,
Morale
at least
tour
I'm
was-
getting a chance to
That shit was
finally
fire.
see
You
Kendrick
said
live.
you like the album though.
Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't buy a ticket.
Yo, I got one last point on this Super Bowl before we move off of this, right?
They shut that nigga Saquon down.
I think
No
it
bullshit.
was a part of me once the performance was over, a part of me was left kind of feeling like that was it. And only
Feel the same way.
because I thought he was gonna be like when he did this rendition of Not Like Us, there was gonna be a sinister like twist to it. You know what I mean? Like this is underwhelming compared to when we seen the pop out 8 months ago.
Right?
You know, when he did the pop out, that shit was crazy.
Shit, 8
He performed
months.
it the first time. The music goes off during A minor. He's just letting the crowd rock out to that shit. And he does it like 3 more times before he actually, like it built up
Well, there's a
so
difference
much.
between now that there's a time limit.
I think the time limit hurts. Artists like Kendrick. I think when you see Kendrick on tour for an hour, 2 hours, doing his full set, that's when you can really appreciate an artist on his magnitude. I don't want fast food 13 minutes of Kendrick.